Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the heart of self-improvement and motivation. Today we're tackling a subject that hits home for many of us: the harsh realities of education, Rockefeller versus workers today. Now, you might be wondering how a historical figure like Rockefeller connects to the modern workforce. Stay tuned, because this connection might just inspire you to rethink your own educational journey. The name Rockefeller. It doesn't just echo from the past, it thunders. It conjures immediate images of unimaginable wealth, of Gilded Age power, and of an empire that reshaped the very fabric of America. But beyond the legend of the man lies a profound and urgent question that we still wrestle with today. What is the true relationship between education and monumental success? We are taught to believe that one directly leads to the other, but the story of John D. Rockefeller presents a powerful, complicated, and perhaps even uncomfortable challenge to that fundamental assumption. John D. Rockefeller was not just a business magnate, he was a symbol of a new American enterprise, an architect of the modern industrial world. His company, Standard Oil, didn't simply dominate the oil industry, it consumed and redefined it. Through a combination of breathtaking innovation, ruthless efficiency, and what his rivals decried as fiercely predatory competition, he forged an empire of a scale the world had never seen. His methods were a masterclass in strategic thinking and relentless ambition. But here is the core of the paradox. This titan of industry, this master of systems and scale, was not a product of higher education. He was a high school dropout who took a 3-month business course in bookkeeping, a skill he considered more valuable than all the classical training in the world. His true university was the unforgiving marketplace. And yet, the story takes another fascinating turn. This same man who built his fortune on practical skills and famously bypassed the halls of academia would later become one of the most significant philanthropists in history, especially to education. He poured hundreds of millions of dollars, billions in today's money, into founding world-class institutions like the University of Chicago and Rockefeller University. This creates a profound question we must explore. Why would a man who achieved ultimate success without a formal degree invest so heavily in the very system he proved one could succeed without? Was he trying to create for others a path he never needed, or did he see a future where the rules of success were about to change forever? To understand his actions, we have to immerse ourselves in his world. The late 19th and early 20th centuries were a time of stark educational divides. For the privileged few, education meant Latin, rhetoric, and philosophy at elite private universities. But for the vast majority, for the sons and daughters of farmers and factory workers, the world Rockefeller emerged from, the reality was entirely different. It was a landscape of humble, often one-room schoolhouses, where formal learning frequently ended after just a few years. The goal wasn't intellectual enlightenment, it was basic literacy and arithmetic, just enough to read a bill of lading or manage a household budget. For millions, the real education happened on the job, through apprenticeships, on the factory floor, or behind a clerk's desk. Education, as we think of it, was a luxury, a distant privilege, not a fundamental right. Now, let's snap back to our present reality. In many ways, we live in the mirror image of Rockefeller's world. Today, education is more accessible than at any point in human history. A university campus is in every major city. Online courses reach every corner of the globe, and a college degree is often framed not as an advantage, but as the mandatory price of admission for a stable career. But this accessibility has come at a cost. We are a society drowning in over $1 trillion of student debt, haunted by questions about the real-world value of our credentials, and facing a growing chasm between academic theory and the practical skills demanded by the modern economy. This brings us to the central question of our journey together. In our relentless pursuit of degrees and credentials, have we lost sight of the raw ambition, the practical skills, and the strategic audacity that truly build empires and change the world. That is the true, enduring legacy of Rockefeller we must now confront. Fast forward to today. The landscape of learning has transformed into a vast, intricate, and often bewildering ecosystem. Millions are navigating this complex web, a labyrinth of choices that extends far beyond the traditional path of a four-year university. We're presented with a dizzying array of options: community colleges, vocational schools, coding boot camps, and an ever-expanding universe of online courses. Each path promises a different key to a successful future. But with so many doors, it's become harder than ever to know which one to open. And beneath this surface of choice lie turbulent challenges. The financial burden is staggering. Student loans are skyrocketing, shackling a generation with debt before their careers even begin. This weight dictates life's biggest decisions. Then there are deep-seated educational disparities, where your zip code can determine your destiny, making access to top resources a privilege, not a right. On top of it all, there's the immense pressure of credentialism, the relentless demand to not just graduate, but to graduate from the school, with a flawless GPA and impressive internships. It's a high-stakes game of checking boxes, one that can feel dehumanizing. All of this investment of time, money, and mental well-being begs a crucial question about the return. After navigating this gauntlet, are we truly equipped to thrive in today's dynamic workforce? Employers increasingly report a skills gap, where graduates arrive with degrees but lack the critical thinking, adaptability, and practical problem-solving skills needed to succeed. We see brilliant minds who can write academic essays but can't effectively collaborate on a team project. The diploma on the wall is no longer a guaranteed ticket to a fulfilling career. So let's acknowledge a harsh truth. While education systems vary, their fundamental purpose should be universal: to empower individuals. True empowerment isn't about passing exams or collecting credentials. It's about cultivating agency, the ability to learn how to learn, deconstruct problems, communicate with clarity, and adapt to constant change. The old model of passively absorbing information is obsolete. The future belongs not to those who simply know things, but to those who can apply knowledge and actively create value from it. This brings the focus back to you. The system may be imperfect, but your journey of learning is yours to command. So ask yourself, are you a passenger in your education, or are you its architect? Are you actively seeking knowledge that ignites your curiosity, even outside a formal curriculum? Are you building a tangible portfolio of skills, not just a transcript of grades? The most powerful shift you can make is from being a passive consumer of education to an active director of your own growth. Are you truly taking advantage of every opportunity to build the person you want to become? Now, let's shift our focus from the titans of industry to the individuals on the ground, the modern worker. To truly understand the challenges and opportunities of today, we must first look back. In Rockefeller's time, the landscape of labor was starkly different. The workforce was largely composed of individuals with limited formal education, many migrating from farms to work in burgeoning factories. This created a power dynamic heavily skewed toward employers. With a vast supply of labor, companies could dictate terms, paying minimal wages for grueling, often dangerous work. The concept of a career ladder was a luxury for a select few. For most, work was about survival. You were a cog in a massive machine, easily replaceable, with little leverage to demand more. Fast forward to today. The world has been transformed by an explosion in educational access. A college degree, once a rare privilege, became the expected passport to a stable career. We were told to study hard, get the qualifications, and the rewards would follow. But for millions, that promise feels hollow. We now face a paradox: a workforce more educated than at any point in history, yet simultaneously feeling more precarious and undervalued. This is the age of being overqualified and underemployed. Many are burdened by staggering student debt, only to enter a job market where their degrees are treated as entry-level requirements for jobs that don't use their skills. Credential inflation means what once made you stand out now just gets you in the door. The feeling of being underappreciated isn't just about salary, it's about a lack of autonomy, a sense of being a disposable asset in a gig economy, and the erosion of company loyalty. Compounding this is the relentless march of technology. Automation and AI are no longer science fiction. They are actively reshaping industries, making some roles obsolete while creating new ones that demand entirely different skills. The ground is constantly shifting. Faced with this discouraging reality, it's easy to feel powerless. But this is precisely where motivation becomes not just a feeling, but a strategy. This isn't about blind optimism, it's about calculated action. The critical question is no longer just, how do I get a job? But how do I build a resilient, adaptable career that can withstand the shocks of the modern economy? How do you rise above and become a standout in your field, not just for an employer, but for yourself? It begins with a fundamental mindset shift, recognizing your intrinsic worth, separate from your job title or diploma. Your value is the unique combination of your skills, experiences, and your potential to grow. From there, you must invest relentlessly in continuous, targeted self-improvement. This means looking beyond traditional degrees to acquire practical, in-demand skills through online courses, freelance projects, or mentorships. It means building a portfolio that showcases what you can, not just what you have studied. Don't let your educational background dictate your future. The old ladders are disappearing. It's time to get the tools and build your own. Take control. Think about it. Education isn't just about passing exams. It's about acquiring skills and knowledge that apply directly to the real world. Are you learning how to network, manage your time, or even negotiate your salary? These skills are what fuel success. Set aside time each week to develop these essential life skills. I want to hear from you. What challenges have you faced in your educational journey? Drop your experiences in the comments below. Let's support one another in this journey of growth. If today's video resonates with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more motivational content that empowers you to take charge of your education and career. And remember, just like Rockefeller, your path may not be straightforward, but with persistence and a willingness to learn, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let's turn those harsh realities into stepping stones for success. Until next time, keep pushing forward.